bulk of the people that are getting the virus right now are fully vaccinated people. The vaccine is still very good, but that gives you an army in your blood, right? It gives you an army, your antibodies in your blood, and those antibodies cannot get into your nose. Now that's a problem because the virus can just live in your nose and it has enough of your factories to make the virus. So that's why fully vaccinated people, if I expose you to the virus, you can pick it up in your nose and then you can produce the virus to infect other people. If the virus gets into your windpipe, it can produce about 70 times more virus than, let's say, Delta. It is definitely more contagious in the sense that one person can infect many people. This one, they're guessing it's probably closer to 3 or 4. So I can infect 3 or 4 people. And so therefore, that means that the infectivity is much higher. If you're going to go out to a party or whatever, keep your mask on. None of this said, don't go out, don't see people, right? None of that is there. It's just, how do we see people safely? So let's say everybody says everybody's vaccinated in this room, so you can take off your mask. That's what happens. Everybody takes off their mask. And now we're talking about this far. And if the music is loud, I'm really close to the other person, shouting almost, and now the virus can move across. And the problem is I could carry it, even though I'm fully vaccinated, I could carry that into the party. And the other problem that comes in is eating and drinking. So as soon as there's food or alcohol or drinks of any sort, I have to take off my mask. Now, as soon as I take off my mask, everybody else is taking off their mask, and now we're close again. But I think if we can get rid of the eating, drinking part, and if you have to eat and drink, everybody goes into their neutral zones, you know? Like you're one family, so you bubble together and you can sit close together, but you're a different family. Why don't we sit you guys over here? And that way people eat. And once you're finished eating, put the mask back on, and then we can now move around and chit chat with people. You're allowed to hug in this fashion. When your grandson comes towards you, you hold your breath. So for that 5 seconds, when your grandson is coming in at you, you hold your breath. His head is over your shoulder. You can breathe again, okay? And then as soon as he's about to finish the hug, hold your breath again. And then when he pulls away, there's no sucking in. So you're not sucking in any air at all when he is near you. And if your grandson is old enough, we tell the grandson to hold their breath when you're hugging grandma. And that way, he's not blowing out any virus. You're not sucking in any virus. So for that 5 seconds, there's no movement of air, therefore no movement of virus. The reason why it still works is that the spike protein that we're trying to make antibodies against is quite big, okay? So the part that's changing is 30 areas have changed in that area. But this spike protein is about 1,400 of these amino acids. So you'd only change 30 of them. So that means the rest of it is about the same. So therefore, every time I give you a vaccine with that, mRNA and it makes the spike protein and everything, you're making antibodies against different parts of it. So therefore, yeah, this part doesn't work, but I've made an antibody against this part and this part and this part and this part. So every time I give you a shot, you get another chance to make those good antibodies that is not going after the part that's changing. Getting the boostering gives you more of those antibodies, which is a good thing, right? Because it's your defenses, more army. But it cannot stop you from picking it up in your nose. So therefore, 3rd shot, 4th shot, 5th shot, whatever, you're still going to wear a mask and things like that. The answer is yes, but keep on your mask. Why? Because the test is about 80 or 90%, which is pretty good. So that means out of 10 people, it'll pick up, let's say 8 of them, but it might miss 2 of them. So in other words, it won't pick it up and it'll say you're negative, but you actually have the virus. So you do it, you're negative, you go see grandma and you rip off your mask and grandma doesn't have her mask on, you just pass the virus. So that 20% is why I tell people, you know what, just keep the mask on.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to our Narcity channel to see more great content.